Welcome and congratulations on making one of the smartest decisions for building your business, the decision to explore the Edge Success System. This system has changed the way I do business in such a simple and empowered way. My name is Rose Ingraham, and I am a diamond, and I want to share my story of how I began. 8 years ago, I was introduced to the oils and network marketing. I had never really had much of an experience with network marketing, and the few experiences I had were awful, and they left me with a very bad taste. But when I was experiencing the oils, I became so passionate and could see immediately the effect and the change in my life that I knew I had to share these oils with all of my family and friends and everyone that I met. It became so passionate of a mission for me. But I did not know anything about network marketing. I definitely didn't know how to duplicate, and I made every single mistake in the book of network marketing possible. And then as leaders began to rise in our company and they became successful, I actually emulated them. And I would listen to several of the leaders and be very inspired. Their presentation were like an hour and a half long, filled with science and all this great, juicy information. And I wanted to duplicate that. And it took me about 6 months before I felt confident enough, that I knew enough, I had the courage enough to get up and give that type of presentation. I was duplicating them, right? Now, I want to ask you, how do you feel about your business? Well, if you're like me, what I did is I began to use the tools and the systems that these leaders who were becoming successful in my company were using. I was emulating them. I was buying their tools to use as I would build my business and share the oils, right? And every time a new leader would rise and become successful, I would switch to their system. And pretty soon my garage became full of obsolete tear pads and tools and brochures because they were the old system and I was using the latest system. And then compliance came along and my garage filled up even more. And I was introduced to the Edge Success System about 2 years ago. But I was fed up with constantly changing a system of how I do business and turning around and training my leaders to do that system, a new system, and buy all of the tools involved with that system. I said, no way. I'm not going to start a new system, buy more tear pads. I'm finished. That's it. But I continued to struggle in my business. I was not duplicatable. My leaders were not duplicatable. And I was not achieving the success that I desired for myself. So I said yes. And everything changed. Now, I asked you, how do you feel about your business? Are you, like me, are you frustrated? Do you feel it's growing too slow? Are you not ranking fast enough to the ranks you desire? Do you feel like you're doing all the work? You spend a lot of time putting out fires in your team? All right, then let me ask you this. What rank would you like to be? Would you like to be diamond? Blue diamond? Gonna go for the big bang presidential diamond? Well, we are going to show you the simple steps to accomplish your goals and your rank. If you are like me, you've gone to business trainings, business events, presentations, and you got excited and enthusiastic and full of hope, and you can't wait to get home and start sharing and building your business. And then you went home and you have the big questions. What do I do? Who do I talk to? And your mind filled with doubt. What do I say? Oh no, what do I do? Well, have you ever judged network marketing? I certainly have. Have you ever had family or friends or contacts say to you, network marketing just doesn't work? There's only a handful who are successful. Well, I definitely have had that experience. And I want to tell you this statement is based on the belief that everyone who enrolls in network marketing is going to want to build a business. That's erroneous. We learned at convention a few years ago that everyone who becomes a wholesale member, only 10% of them or less want to even try to build a business. This means 90% of your team are users. And that's powerful, for that's the base of residual income. We have a very powerful retention rate of 67% or more. And the users on your team become so valuable to you. But they may never build a business. They may never even share the oils. So let me give you an example. In my career with my new business, I have enrolled approximately 50 persons, as well as advocates with wholesale accounts. Out of those 50 persons I've personally enrolled, 7 have come forth and declared they want to build a business, set goals for themselves, and I work with them as my leaders. Now, out of those 7 leaders, 5 have actually met their goals and their ranks that they desired, and they are being successful within their business. They are receiving their financial goals now. And some of them is a 6-figure income a year. So if we use the formula that only 10% will want to build the business, then my leaders are 100% successful in network marketing. So, what is the secret to successful network marketing? If I was to journey to the mountains of Utah, the mecca of network marketing, and search for a network marketing guru master, Utah has many, and I was to sit down with several of them and ask them, what is the secret to success in network marketing? I would get the same answer from all of them. Keep it simple. Simplicity accelerates duplication. Complexity kills it. Simplicity accelerates duplication. Complexity kills it. So remember I told you how I duplicated those leaders and had complicated presentations? Yep. What is duplication? Duplication is learning and owning a skill that you then can successfully transfer that skill to a team member. To be successful in your business, you must be able to duplicate what you do, right? Just like I duplicated those leaders. But what happened is I was not duplicatable. No one in my team gave presentations. No one went and gave classes and enrolled people. It was a slow system. Simplicity and duplication. We are going to teach you that. So the EDGE method. The EDGE method is actually an acronym, and it stands for E, explain. Explain the presentation. D, demonstrate it. Give a presentation for your team member. G, guide them in it. Help them give their first presentation. And E, empower them in giving duplicatable presentations. The core method of the EDGE success system is 3 doorways to success. Okay? And we're going to invite them to walk through 3 doors with 3 invitations that lead to 3 presentations. Walk through 3 doors with 3 invitations that lead to 3 presentations. So when your team member comes to you and says, I don't know what to do, where do I start? How do I begin to build my business? You're going to say what? You're going to walk through 3 doors with 3 invitations that lead to 3 presentations. Pretty simple. Couldn't get easier. So here are the 3 doorways to openness. Are you open to learn? And that is where we give the invitation to come to a class, to a presentation, to a one-on-one, and learn about the oils. Second invitation is, are you open to use? And once they have enrolled, we want to give them, offer to them, are you open to have a membership overview? And your membership overview is going to be one of the most powerful tools you have in the Edge Success System. And we're going to show you how and why that is. And then you're going to ask them, are you open to share? Share the oils, share the business opportunities. And those are the 3 doorways. And once they're ready to share, you're going to invite them to a business overview. Really simple. 3 doorways. Are you open to? Now let's look at an overview. What we're going to accomplish today with you is we're going to help you understand what is your network, how do you find your network, and how do you use your network. Then we're going to show you and empower you to learn the 3 doorways of openness. Are you open to learn? We're going to show you how to give a presentation that's duplicatable and all the tools that are at your fingertips through the Edge Success System to give a presentation. To learn, doorway number 1. Then we're going to learn, are you open to use the oils? And we're going to share with you how to actually give a membership overview and where the power lies within that for you and your new member. And then doorway number 3, are you open to share? And we're going to help you understand how to give a business overview and the tools that you have to assist you in that. And finally, we're going to help you on mentoring, the mentoring path, and the tools that are available for you. So let's get started. Are you ready?